100 years ago, the dark wizard Hollowell raised an army and tried to conquer the world. He was stopped by an unlikely hero, Sheriff Aesop Stormwood. As Hollowell died, he prophesied that he would be reborn twice more and rise again. Stormwood looked him in the eye and said if Hollowell did, his descendants would strike him down. Sheriff Aesop Stormwood went on to form Stormwood and Associates to make sure they'd be ready for Hollowell's returns, a private detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. 25 years ago, Hollowell returned for the first time, and a Stormwood made good on Aesop's promise. But the third coming of Hollowell may not be so far in the future. But the young Raz Stormwood just might know it's coming, and she plans to be ready. Previously on Stormwood and Associates, former subject of an investigation has now come back to the Stormwood team to hire them to find her missing girlfriend. That's right, Lacy Reins is back and wants the team to find Allison Nimblefinger, aka Darkweb, who has sort of disappeared. It's really not clear. Anyways, the team has accepted the case on the pretense that once they find Allison, they'll ask her whether or not she wants to be found by Lacy. You know, because reasons. Anyways, the team has the phone of Allison, so using information gleaned from that, they've gone out and looked at this guy, Elliot, who Allison had been meeting with regularly. And upon arriving, at his warehouse, he turned out kind of squirrely and tried to make a run for it, and NK took the clip out of her gun and threw it at the back of his head as he ran away, and knocking him out. That's where we are right now.
Okay. He is completely knocked out.
Ow!
I go pick up the magazine for my gun and reload it.
Jeez!
It takes 2 seconds to be polite, you know?
You can see why Barrow liked you.
Yeah, yikes. Oh, he doesn't have any lasting brain damage from this.
He'll be fine. I pick him up by his collar, drag him back over to his office. Plop him in his chair.
Babbitt grabs a roll of duct tape and duct taped his hands to the armrests.
Does he have any sort of drink or water, a glass of water, alcohol, anything sitting around?
Yeah, we'll have a bottle of bourbon.
I'm gonna pour some over his head to try to wake him up.
What the hell?
Wakey.
What the hell?
Well, what the hell?
Yeah, running after agreeing to help us was bad form, my dude.
It's very rude.
Listen, I don't want any trouble here, okay?
Also, I just threatened to give evidence to the police, and you were gonna run from us, which would have not stopped me from doing the thing I just threatened.
In fact, it might encourage us more to do it.
I'm not afraid of the police. They know what I'm doing.
Well, why don't you bring us into the club, then?
I procure things for people.
What kind of things?
Whatever anyone wants. But look, I don't want anything to do with those people, alright?
Those people?
Yeah, what people?
Your friend and then her whole group, their deal. I don't know.
Her whole group, so there are other people besides Ms. Nimblefinger. Like who?
I don't know.
Pull a bag of gummy bears out of my bag, start eating.
I don't know. She was the contact. She was the one who who talked to me about stuff. I never met any of the others, but my driver.
What did you get for her?
All sorts of things. They
Like
needed they needed supplies.
Like what?
They needed food. They needed lumber. They needed small arms. They needed craft supplies. All sorts of
So
things.
it was a lumber supplier.
I supply
No,
all sorts of things.
That was trade, not
okay.
because I made my lumber supplier joke. So I'm just calling
Yes.
back, man. Calling back. If there's a problem, they can solve it. If you need to find someone, they can do it. Stormwood and Associates is a detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. If you need help, they'll be there. But don't get in their way, or else you'll get caught in the eye of the storm.
Anyway, my driver, last time he came back, he had his throat half slashed open. He almost didn't make it back.
Yikes.
Where was he
Half
delivering
half
things
dead.
to?
You don't want to go there.
I literally waved the gun in one hand at him, not at him, but sideways, not really worried about them. Want to know where they are.
They'll know I told you.
How will they know you told me?
I don't know. They'll know. She had magic and shit.
I think
She'll probably know. Why wouldn't she know?
I think you want to ask yourself a question.
What? What's going on?
Who are you more afraid of? Them, who aren't here, or me? And you're tied up to a chair. I have a gun. I'm clearly not afraid of hurting you. And I'm taking your liquor.
Who the hell even are you?
Oh, you see, you don't need to know who I am.
Okay.
Your life is better not knowing who I am. Your life
He turns
is...
to Bill. Who are you?
I'm an associate.
An associate.
Look at me. Look at me. Don't look at him. Look at me.
An associate of who?
He's one of my associates. Everyone here's an associate of each other, except for you. And you don't want to make an enemy of me. Because you don't know who I am. And that's because people don't tell stories when I knock on their door. Do you remember how the Coltech headquarters was taken out by a terrorist attack? It made the news. The whole building exploded. Largest office building in the world collapses in a fireball in the middle of the night. Unseen horrors flying into the sky. We did that. Now I want you to ask yourself, if we did that to one of the most powerful people in the world, what would we do to you if you made us mad?
Bill mouths, "Aw, snap."
And you're the ones threatening to turn me into the police?
Yeah. Have you
Bullshit.
considered?
We're very trustworthy as far as they're concerned.
We're very well connected. Have you heard of Greyhaven Estate? We've spent some time there.
No, never heard of it.
You wouldn't be the first halfling I've had shot in a warehouse in this neighborhood.
His eyes go wide at that.
Eat a gummy bear.
That was you?
I think we can say that everyone in this room was involved. Except for you. Would you like to join round 2? Eat another gummy bear.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you what I know.
Okay.
Okay. So that file there on top. He nods with his head because he can't reach out for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I grab the file.
Inside you'll find a manifest of the last shipment, which included, like he said, some food, like canned foods, some craft supplies, small arms, and then there's no address. There is there's coordinates.
All right, I'm gonna pop those coordinates into my smartphone. See where it is.
It's in the redwood forest, like 16 miles outside town.
Fucking Endor. I show this to Raz.
Okay.
We're gonna go now. I'm taking your bourbon. Grab it.
By all means. Of course.
He is covered in bourbon, isn't he?
He is.
Hey, boss, you bring your lighter?
Boys do.
I just look at him.
Whoa, hang on. I told you everything I know. I don't know anything.
I'm gonna knock him out again.
Oh, I was gonna scare him by bringing out my lighter, lighting it, and then smoking up.
Oh, well, okay, do that. That's cooler, and we're less likely to give him brain damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you better be scared.
Have a great day. Just leave him tied to the chair.
Hey, wait. Are you gonna untape me?
Is the chair on wheels?
Yes.
So if you look over there, there's a nail at about wrist height across the room, sticking out of your crappily built walls. You got wheels? Just leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the front door. I'm gonna leave unlocked. And when we get back to the car, I'm gonna say, if he doesn't actually I'm gonna send a task rabbit by in an hour, and if he's not out of the chair, I'll have someone do it. Once we're back in the car. Gummy bear? Anybody?
Yeah, I'll take one.
So are we gonna go to the middle of the redwood forest?
I mean, I'm not sure what else we can do.
Is there even a road to where we need to go?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
there's a road to the general area, yeah.
All right, I've got my guns, and
Okay.
my
Are you
phone.
going now? The rendezvous was for tomorrow night.
Do we want to go before the rendezvous, or do we want to check this out ahead of time?
I mean, if we're gonna have to trek, like, into the forest a ways, we better gear up appropriately, at least.
We should get some supplies, but maybe also get a feel for the area. Last thing I want is to get caught with my pants down in the middle of the woods.
Yep. So, I mean, depending on how much daylight is left in today, we could.
Because it was afternoon already.
Yeah, it's evening now.
It's evening
probably.
now.
Yeah.
Maybe we go what time is the actual rendezvous in the calendar? Like, is it the afternoon? Is it morning? Is it evening?
It's tomorrow night.
Why don't we go out in the morning when it's daylight and we're not wandering in the woods at night?
Good idea.
Works for me.
Then drive us back to the office for the night.
Yay. We'll put in a montage of getting together camping gear. And give myself one of those big heavy-duty mag lights.
Hey. I'm going to make sure I actually have a gun with me.
Ooh, we should bring
And
bug spray.
lots of bug spray. Probably some sunscreen too.
Yeah, if we're trekking during the day. We should all wear good shoes. Water bottles, hats. Actually, we could build up the scenario that we're just like group of hikers, tourists. Just as a fake backstory, just in case.
You could do that. Consider that presumably one of the people there does know you.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know, just spitballing.
I changed from my black Converse All-Stars into my camo Converse All-Stars.
Excellent. Bill's gonna bring lots of bug spray and sunscreen.
And I switch identical black hoodies to the outdoor identical black hoodie.
Of course.
I'm gonna bring an aerosol. I'm gonna be a terrible person and bring an aerosol can of,
Deep Woods.
yeah. I'm gonna bring a can of Deepwood. Heck yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, I've got my messenger bag with my 2 pistols in it and ammunition. And,
Yeah.
instead of the laptop, because I've got my smartphone, so I really don't need to do double duty. Like, I can text solution with my phone, and I also have the spare phone of dark web in my bag. I'm also going to grab some rope, just in case.
It's good.
Because we're going into the woods, and in my
Yes.
experience, if you're playing a role-playing game and you're going into the woods, bring some rope.
Yes.
Yeah, Babbitt's definitely gonna make sure to pack that grappling hook and everything.
Fair.
Yeah, Raz has got a backpack with her gun, grappling hook gun, bug spray, like all the stuff. Like a bottle of water.
Yeah, that's probably a water bottle, you know.
Yeah, normal hiking stuff. Maybe a few like nice heavy duty carabiners with the rope.
Okay.
And I just dropped a
Bill is
D10
wearing-
for-
Bill is wearing jeans that he clearly has not worn probably ever before.
Oh, and here I was gonna imagine him in like a khaki safari outfit with a pith helmet.
No, he just jeans and work boots, but still wearing like a tie and button up.
Is the tie loosened at least?
Yes. Oh, only a little though.
I'm just gonna. Are you wearing the leather jacket? That you bought the previous storyline?
Oh, that's right. Yes, gonna bring the leather jacket because it looks cool. Trust me, I look very rugged right now. So I tell myself.
I need to take you shopping. I need to go to like a store and get you. I mean, this is technically an improvement.
Well, come on. This is good, right?
So he's wearing his tie. We're in the office right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm grabbing a pair of scissors off of one of the desks, and I'm cutting his tie off.
Oh man!
This is at least a like, this is slightly better. Are you wearing an undershirt?
Yes.
Start unbuttoning his shirt.
Come on.
Do you want me to cut it off you?
That's fine. Sure. All right.
Okay. Get him out of the button-up shirt. Hand him back his leather jacket.
Fine.
We're going into the outdoors, Bill.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
Everybody got a hat, sunglasses, good shoes.
I have the shoe part.
I put on a pair of fingerless gloves. But like not cool ones, like compression ones. Like the terrible ones I wear in real life.
I'm totally imagining Raz in like hiking boots and like leggings and very like trendy mom goes hiking kind of thing with the ponytail out the back of a ball cap and the aviators.
Because you wear like cargo pants normally.
I know.
It's perfectly suitable for this.
Yeah, she'd probably. Man, I just
Go
like
with your
imagining
gut.
her in different outfits, but she probably would just stick to her cargos.
I mean, it's fine.
Go
You
with
can
your
wear-
gut.
Go with your gut, man. Wear what you want to wear.
Well, fine. Trendy mom goes hiking.
Excellent.
Just because I like the imagery.
Yeah, okay.
And Babbitt's got pink sunglasses.
Yeah.
And actually, rather than keeping the guns in the messenger bag, I'm probably wearing 2 hip holsters for my weapons. So I don't have to always haul the messenger bag with me. Because this is going to be probably more dangerous than scaring halflings in warehouses. Alright. So, who's driving? Looks at
Pat will drive this time.
She holds her hands up to rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. 3.
10.
You're too good at this.
This is the die I dropped on the ground too. That's why I have other D10s, but I was not going to lose this one. This is the one I keep rolling 10s on. All right. I punch in the coordinates into the GPS in the SUV, and I take us out into the wilderness.
Okay. So you're driving out. It's a long, winding road through and around these trees. You do drive through that one tree. Let's see.
Isn't that in a national park?
I don't know, man. Probably.
Okay.
This whole area is probably a national park.
This is true.
And you will eventually get to as close as you can get to on the road.
All right. I pull off the side of the road, I presume.
Okay. You are still about a 2-mile hike from...
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go into fucking Endor.
Hooray!
As we're walking the trail, I'd like to try to find a walking stick.
You find one easily.
Yay! I have a walking stick.
Excellent.
All right.
So what time is it about now? Would you say?
I don't know, what time is it about now? Would say we left first thing in the morning. You said it was a 16-mile drive out there?
Oh, it's 16 miles outside of town, yeah.
Yeah, so at least a 16-mile drive from the office, which is nebulously located somewhere in San Ricardo. So it probably took us at least 45 minutes to drive out there based on, just estimating some city traffic.
Sure.
So if we left first thing in the morning, it's probably, what, you want to say like 8 or 9 a.m.?
Okay. 9? Sounds fine to me.
Okay. You're the GM, man.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so you're hiking out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing okay there, Bill? I assume he's getting swarmed by mosquitoes.
Yes, he's getting swarmed
I'm
by
assuming the
mosquitoes.
mosquitoes are only swarming Bill.
How is this even possible? I used bug spray.
Like 20% of people don't have the smell of blood in their sweat. I guess you're part of the 80%?
Man. Ow. Oh, I have to make sure I don't scratch it. That'll only make it worse.
Yeah.
He says as he continues scratching on and off.
You were an indoor kid, weren't you, Bill?
I was. Kinda still am.
Tracks. Guess I'm just kind of keeping an eye out as we go. Make sure that no one's like trying to get the jump on us. Looking for any surveillance, like if there's like some weirdly like some camera mounted to a tree, I want to spot it.
Right.
Can I do a bit of a retcon?
Absolutely.
I want to give Raz a fanny pack with
Yes.
granola bars and stingies in it.
That's perfect.
I think it'd be like a camouflage fanny pack. Yeah. Okay, we may move on now.
Okay.
How you doing, Babbitt?
I'm doing. That's fine. I'm not a fan of this, but whatever. I went to camp. It's fine.
Really? What kind of camp?
Sleepaway camp. Just, summer.
Okay.
Eh.
Sort of trying to make small talk as we walk deeper into the forest.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but my mom's insisted I go, so.
I went to day camp once.
Once.
Yep. Once.
Is it like a math camp or a...
We learned skits and songs, and I got scared.
It's like an improv camp?
No, there were some other things. I think there were some games. They mostly sent me home because my sunburn got really bad.
Okay. Do you want a gummy bear?
I would love a gummy bear.
Offer him a gummy bear.
Hooray. Boy, oh boy. So you guys think this is going to be like some weird cult thing, or...
Could be a cult, could be a lair, could be just a asshole hermit in the woods.
I mean, I'm learning not to make any assumptions these days, because crazier stuff has happened, but on the other hand, I don't know. My money's on cult right now.
I mean, usually, I didn't see anything that, would have left, a name of, a cult, and I feel like, I don't know. You'd think a cult would have tried to recruit the girlfriend, too.
Maybe, but, usually cults try to isolate people from their support networks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And, I mean, yeah, there are a bunch of teenagers who fancy themselves as supervillains, but they're certainly not bad kids. Mostly.
They
aside from the
launched a
kidnapping.
missile from the middle of a metro area.
Yeah, but it was to stop global warming!
But they didn't. They risked people's lives for tech that was unproven and didn't work.
It was worth a shot.
Imagine if that building hadn't been surrounded by police. Imagine if they hadn't put out a perimeter and they just launched that in the middle of a workday with people walking down the street who would have been killed in the exhaust gases of a missile.
I mean, yeah, but that's if they wouldn't have had all that other stuff happen. But it did happen.
It happened
so I'm not going to lose any
someone
sleep
called
over
the
it.
cops on them. Also,
I mean,
who brings back dinosaurs?
Those kids?
Yeah, but, we're literally... Dragons are an endangered species right now. And these people are bringing back dinosaurs instead of caring for, animals that are a part of our current ecosystem. The only thing keeping the kraken population down are sea dragons.
I mean, yeah, fair. I don't know.
Like, without
It
sea
seems like a
dragons,
novel concept.
without
at
sea
the time.
dragons, international shipping just like goes away.
I mean, you got a point. I don't know. They seemed like good kids to me.
Yeah, that was not a good kid that walked into that office.
No one else is gonna step up for the pom pom and Don. Come on, anybody?
They beat the shit out of me.
Okay, good
They
point.
beat the shit out of you?
They beat the shit out of me. They tied me to a chair and beat the shit out of me.
And
He was the one who got kidnapped. So yes,
Holy
that's a thing
shit.
that happened.
like, I mean, and I say this as someone who just knocked out a guy and tied him to a chair. We didn't like keep hitting him. These people are the worst. You seem to care more about the opinion of some entitled rich kid than about your own teammate.
That is definitely not how I feel.
Okay, because you're sitting here defending the person who beat the crap out of your friend.
I mean, they just...
Who kidnapped and beat your friend.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. It seemed like they had a lot of potential. I don't know. Boss, you also didn't turn them in.
Raz this entire time has just been like forging ahead, like in her own like element. She's digging the crap out of this hike, and has been kind of only half listening to everybody behind her talking about this. So she's gonna stop in her tracks and turn around and stomp her walking stick on the ground, just be like, we needed the money.
Oh, I'm not saying why didn't you... Like, you got hired by her parents, though. So, like, I understand doing the job, but I'm just saying don't defend her. And, you know, we took this job, but I'm just saying we're talking about someone who tied and beat up Babbitt, and we're looking for her domestic partner who left in the middle of the night without word and left her phone behind, which can be used to track people. I'm just saying that we don't know the full picture, and while, yeah, this could be a bad situation, which is why we're out here, but I also want us to be prepared for the idea that we are looking at the victim of domestic abuse trying to get away.
Damn.
We have to be open to that idea because this is a violent person.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Sorry, Babbitt.
Now we're going to do our job. We're going to make sure this young woman is okay. But I don't trust our client.
She's a self-professed supervillain.
Exactly.
She's 8.
I mean, I get doing what we need to do because we've been paid to, but yeah, I don't trust her.
Don't gotta trust
or dark web for that matter.
Okay. So let's go make sure that this fucking dark web is okay and not in any danger, and that we're not in any danger from going out here and looking.
Sounds good.
Okay, so before too long, you're going to come across a very rudimentary shelter. It's just a very small, like, lean-to made of sticks and with like a tarp on it against a tree. And coming out the flap is a, I don't know, maybe 40-year-old woman. She's a dwarf. And she sees you and says, "What can I do for you here? What are you doing here?"
Oh boy. Well, hi.
I thrust my open hand towards her for a handshake. Say, "Hi, I'm Raz Stormwood. We're just out here for a team building exercise. Doing a little hiking in the woods."
I've literally carried 2 guns on my hips.
Like out in the open.
Yeah,
They're not sealed.
No, they're in holsters on my hips. I'm a fucking cowboy.
It can still be team building if we have guns.
Bears.
So what are you doing here?
Out hiking. What are you doing here?
I live here.
You live in the national forest?
Yeah.
Isn't that illegal?
Are you allowed to do that?
I don't think you're supposed to be doing that.
Oh, not in the national forest.
Well, then you better not tell anyone.
Why?
Because I live here.
Well, I mean, right, but it's a weird place to choose to live.
It's nice.
Extremely.
I like it out here. It's fine.
My name is Tradorn, and I played NK. Your game master for this session was Kyle Johnson. Brad Stormwood was played by Gen Proc, and Bill was played by Nick Izumi. Stormwood and Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network. And that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows 2 people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.